So this is US oil analysis for Monday the 13th of August. Now let's just have a look at the prices and where prices may likely go. So we've seen prices break beyond the 66.71. We've had a brief recovery here to the upside towards that 67.73. Brief pullback, broke above, weren't able to hold above the 67.73, and we do appear poised for another test of that 67.73 here on the US oil. So if we can break and hold 67.73, looking for a move towards our 68.19, we do have to be aware of the fact that we do have the 200 period average, which could act as a dynamic level of resistance with added confidence of a 68.19, and therefore increased likelihood of seeing sell side momentum come into the market from that level. But if we can break and hold above that 68.19, and the very next level of note is at 69.51. Well, we should be aware of 68.50 with the confidence of the 68.50, where we do have the 400 period moving average beyond the 68.19. The very next level of note is at 69.51 here on the US oil. If we do, however, see a breakdown in prices beyond if we're not able to hold 67.73, we're looking for a move down to the 67.12, successful break from which 66.71, and beyond that, the very next horizontal level of note is at 65.60. I suppose it might be just important to put in this horizontal low in around at 66.30, I'd say. So I'm just going to add that here on the US oil, 66.30. Oh, 66.12 actually. So I'm just going to change that to 66.12. There we go. And we'll save these drawings to the chart. So yeah, beyond the I wouldn't anticipate prices moving much beyond 65.60 here to the downside. I would expect that to be the far end of the range here on the US oil. What we'll do now is have a look here at the higher time frame, see how prices are developing. So we get the scaling here correct. As we can see here on the US oil, pretty clear. We have been in an uptrend here on the US oil. Sharp acceleration from last June, and so we have seen this pullback from that $75 barrel mark here on the US oil. But I wouldn't say it's any significant of note, as it's not unusual to see sharp accelerations, sharp pullback, sharp acceleration, sharp pullback. Seen a sharp acceleration towards a 75, and we are seeing a sharp pullback here. So the uptrend remains intact. More recently, as we can see, we have got, even though we are making new lows, we do have a degree of indecision, as we can see by the wicks to the upside and the downside of these candles. So we'll see if we do see an acceleration in the coming weeks before we see a realignment with the overall trend and a move to the upside here on the US oil. What we'll do now is have a look here at the daily chart before wrapping it all up. So on this daily chart, we've had this session through the 67s and at 69. And what we have seen more recently from this consolidation is a very strong bearish candle. We did have a somewhat bearish candle follow it, but we didn't see the follow through to make new lows. When we did see prices make new lows, we did see a pretty sharp acceleration in momentum here to the upside with a pretty strong close towards the very highs in around at 67.73. So after breaking this rather large candle's lows, we did see strong bullish buy side momentum come back into the market for a pretty strong close. So we'll see if we do see this recovery to the upside up towards our 69.51, or whether this is merely I think it's called a dead cat bounce, and we just see a recovery up towards possibly at 68.19 before seeing continuation here to the downside. From a daily chart perspective, the very next level of note, meaningful, level of note is, of course, in around 64.75, where we do have the 200 period moving average, which could act as a dynamic level of support, as well as a horizontal level, and see a bullish bounce from there. But beyond that, we're looking for a move down towards 63.76 here on the US oil. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US oil analysis. Thanks for watching.